So, my story. So, August 29th of last year, 2022, I was diagnosed with an advanced form of quickly dividing cells that were located in my lung. They did lots of cell testing to determine my course of treatment. I was very shocked by the news because it really didn't make sense because I've always lived a very healthy lifestyle and treated my body like the temple I wanted it to be and basically want to live till I'm 99. So I was first did a test on September 6th to show the extent of the inflammation that was in my lungs. It did not turn out ideal. They were very shocked to see this going on since I was a very healthy individual. And the shock of the tests kind of put me in a very stressful situation. I lost 10 pounds, didn't really want or need to lose that weight. I felt like I lost all my muscle mass, and sleeping was a big issue because when you're dealing with stress, it definitely affects your sleep relatedly. And I'd already dealt with insomnia stuff in the past, so this was just a next level of insomnia for sure. So I started working on my diet. Even though I had a really great diet, I really wanted to make sure I was in a very low inflammation diet. That was no sugar, which a lot of people think is no fun. But, when you're really trying to get yourself in a really good space, you would do anything. So after the doctors did all the testing, they came up with a course of action, and I had my first infusion of treatment on September 21st, and they said I wouldn't feel anything. They said, this type of therapy, it actually supports your immune system. You may feel a little tiredness, which I was already kind of used to because I was a mom of a 4 and a 6-year-old. So tiredness was second nature to me. 5 days later, I started to develop a cough, and this cough, I've never had coughs in my life, so I always deal with sinus stuff. Kept getting worse and worse and worse, and they had no clue what was going on. They gave me antibiotics, steroids, inhalers, the whole gamut, and nothing was helping. I had an x-ray done to show a lot of inflammation in my lung. So at this point, we were not going to proceed with any additional drug therapy since I was having such a hypersensitive reaction. 3 weeks later, I found out that this was the wrong course of treatment based on additional cell testing, and that my course of treatment was going to change. But at this point, my body was so inflamed that we couldn't do anything. And at that point, I really dove into biohacking, and that's how I found Suzanne, my little angel over there. So I walked into her center, and I was looking for a biohacking device called a beamer mat, and I fell upon the patches there. She was like, I have this for you, but there's something else I really want to talk to you about. And, and when you're that sick and you're that tired of being sick, you get really desperate, and you're like, put Band-Aids all over me. I don't care. If it's going to make me feel better, you think this is going to help, let's try it. You kind of get to that point. There was nothing else going in my body. I'm cool with that. It was supporting my body. So I started patching October 21st. I have it marked in my calendar and I'll never forget. And, I didn't even tell my husband I was doing this because he's like, what are you doing now? Type of thing. So within 2 days, I was back to Wonder Woman. I felt amazing. I had so much energy. Even though I wasn't sleeping through the night yet, I still woke up with a ton of energy. I was able to start working out again to kind of build back my muscles, and I felt so weak from everything. And so I told him 5 days later what was going on or what I was doing. And he supported me. He's like, as long as you feel good, you have like my spirit, my joy, everything was back, times 10. And so the cough took a few more weeks to dissolve itself, but then I started sleeping through the night. After a couple weeks of patching, I was using mostly just the 39 and then the Aeon to support a lot of inflammation at night. I was really desperate. So that was, So around 3 weeks, I noticed my skin was changing. It wasn't anything I was going after. It was just what I was noticing. My body was just so smooth everywhere. Like, I'm the type of person that gets out of the shower and I want to put lotion on right away. I don't have to do that anymore. Sometimes I'll take a bath and do a detox bath and I don't need to put lotion on right away, which is kind of nice because I'm time crunching everything with 2 kids. So, sorry, I'm following my timeline here. Okay, so I had told my doctors that I wasn't ready to put anything else in my body right now until I had a repeat test of the initial one that they did in September 6th. So we did another test protocol on December 29th. And this repeat test showed that I no longer had any dividing cells in several areas of my body and that they were all dying off. They initially told me I had a certain amount and now I had a fraction of that. So I was feeling great, obviously, and it just kept getting better. Each month I had more and more energy. 3 months in, I actually noticed that my cycle was back to normal. I was back to a 28-day cycle, which I haven't had since I had my daughter 4 years ago. I've even worked with my OBGYN. I worked with a hormone doctor to regulate my cycle because I felt like that was a real big issue with my insomnia. So I'm on my 5th month now, and my cycle is still normal. My nails are so healthy and thick. I've never had issues with my hair growing, obviously, but I notice it grows even faster. And my husband patches as well with just the 39, and his hair is getting darker again and thicker. And he has a very stressful job, so that has been helpful.